Well, it's this weekend that we go away for a few weeks, best part of 3 weeks actually. We're heading over to the US of A, onto the East Coast, so we're going to New York and Boston. So I've had to do some preparations in the fish room to make sure everything's okay. So a couple of things to bear in mind if you're leaving the fish room alone for the best part of 3 weeks. I mean, what can go wrong? So there's equipment failure, obviously. There's not much you can do about that apart from maintain your equipment, make sure that's all right. So I've been around everything, all the heaters are all working okay. The pump that drives all the air filters, all the sponge filters, that's quite new, so that should be all right. The next thing that I need to do is do about a 40% water change on all the fish aquariums and make sure all the filters are clean. So give the sponges a good old squeeze out, make sure there's there's nothing there to actually block them. Give all the tanks a good clean, as I say. Make sure you get rid of all the debris, because what's going to happen with no water changes for 3 weeks, all the nitrites in the aquarium is going to build up. The good thing, I suppose, is because I'm not here to feed them every day, they won't be getting fed as much. My son's very kindly offered to feed them for me, so he's going to be feeding them 2 or 3 times a week. So the good news is, because there's not as much food going into the tanks, there's not going to be as much like ammonia build up, so that's a good thing really. So this is going to be the longest that I've been away and left the fish room since I set it up again. So it's about 4 years since I last went on holiday, and it's about 3 years since I set up the fish room again. So yeah, it's going to be challenging, but hopefully everything will go okay. So I've already been round all the tanks with my son, showed them what to feed all the fish, which ones to look out for. I have said to him, if there's any disasters and I lose any fish, make sure he gets them out the tank as soon as possible. So the only other thing that can go wrong really is if any of the lights stop working. I mean, that's not going to be so disastrous for the tanks themselves. I don't keep any plants, so there's no plants to die off and pollute the tanks. So yeah, everything should be all right. As I say, all the heaters are doing okay. I'm going to do a 40% water change, get rid of all the crap. Give the sponge cleaners a good squeeze out, make sure they're all right. If any of the airline does actually come out of the sponge filter, I've showed my son how to reconnect it, so that should be all right. The pump is quite a new pump, so that should be all right. He knows what to feed everything, so that should be all right. So yeah, looking forward to the holiday, and fingers crossed everything will be fine when I come back. So I'll do a catch-up video when I'm back, go round the tanks and just show you that that you can leave your fish for like 2.5 weeks and not to panic too much. So while we're here, I've not done a monthly vlog for I didn't do one in April, and I'm not going to be doing one in May because I'm not going to be here. So if we have a quick look at the tanks and just see what fish are here, and then we can compare that when I get back and see what fish I've got left. So this is the tank with all the grow outs in. It's got the chocolates in it and the Phryctes macropinus, forming the Elioti. So this is what I've been growing on, getting ready for the next wave of auctions. So the next Northwest Cichlid Group auction, it's the first Sunday in July. When we've got the poster ready, I will do a video and feature that. But yeah, hope to see some of you there. So yeah, put it in your diary, the first Sunday in July. So yeah, the chocolates are doing really well now, putting on some size. Still a bit young to sex, unfortunately. And the macropinus, they're of a good size as well now. So yeah, what I'll probably do with these is keep a couple of pairs for myself and try and get them breeding again, and yeah, I'll be putting most of the other ones in the auction. So this is the tank with the damper cichlids, the melon rambo, Madagascan cichlids, Rhodes tapajas, and the Sajaka. With their prices, they're still going as well. So yeah, give this one a good clean out and everything should be fine. The tank with the Sajaka and the Phryctes passionis, the Congo tetras. So yeah, everything's doing well in this tank. Yeah, So this is the most crowded tank that I've got. So if there are going to be any losses, it may be this one, but hopefully not. So the Carulius as well. So if you're interested in those, I did do a species profile on them a couple of weeks ago. If you check the playlist for species profiles, you'll find it in there. So this is the tank with the rainbows, the Asfraki and the Lewisali. So yeah, he's healed up really well, his fin, if you remember. So yeah, Rob, if you're still after this, let me know before the auction, I'll bring him along for you. The Amatelladia nanulatus. So unfortunately I did lose the male, so the female's in there, but I have managed to get hold of a couple of others. So that one's obviously a female. That's one of the ones that I actually bred at Christmas, the only one that I managed to save. And the other one's a little bit too small to sex now, so I got 3 of them off Phil a couple of weeks ago. So he was growing them on. He's the one that I got the original pair off. So yeah, he was growing them on and said, do I want them to raise on with the other one? So yeah, hopefully there's a male in there. If not, my good friend Paul, big fish lad, I believe he's got a load of males, so I'll try and twist his arm and see whether he'll let me have one of his spare males. Pair of Nicolaca Gwents. So yeah, these look fantastic when they're not pointing directly at the camera. The coloration on these is fantastic. So yeah, definitely a breeding program for when I get back off holiday. Yeah, the Corydorus, the Similis, and the Brazilla tetras and the Black Widow tetras. So yeah, this tank's doing really well. Everything seems to be getting along all right. Sorry about the glare. This is the tank with the Festae, a couple of Fenestratus that I got left. So yeah, there's 3 Festae in here, the Mesoheros Festae, and there's a pair of the Nicolaca Gwents, another pair. So these are the F1s that I've had for quite a while now. I've had these for about 2 years. Never actually bred for me. And so that's the male. And I can't seem to see the female anywhere at the minute. She's around here somewhere. Yeah, these are the ones, the Festae, that I'm hoping like is a male. Like there's 2 of them, so I'm hoping that they're both males. Thanks to all the comments on the video I did on the Festae, and people that know a lot more than me have said that this is definitely a female. So it looks like a tube's out there. There's the female Nicolaca Gwents and the male Nanulatus, the male Neotroculus. The next tank is the pair of Cutterai. So I'm featuring these on the next video, so watch out for that one in the next few days. So thanks for watching. Let's hope everything's okay in the fish room while I'm away. As I say, I'm off to the east coast of the US of A, so I'm going to New York and to Boston. So if anybody knows any good fish shops that I can have a look in New York, in Manhattan, and I'll go and have a look in there and see whether they let me do a fish tour. And also for Boston, if there's any good shops that I should be looking at in Boston, I'll do the same. So I'll see you all on the next video, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button, leave a comment, leave a like, and keep well everyone.